the show underway relatively quick. But all right, man. Vergil Ortiz gets first round stoppage over Lawson in his first fight in well over a year. You know, a lot of people was worried about would Vergil Ortiz ever return to boxing, but at the end of the day, he came back. Um, for the most part, I mean, he fought very well. He jumped on Lawson right away, utilizing his jab, landed some nice body shots. He pressured and, pushed Lawson backwards. He got him up against the ropes. He started basically to tee off on him, even though everything wasn't landing. Tony Weeks just jumped in and just prematurely stopped the fight. It was clearly a premature stoppage, and I want to tell you guys, in particular, you Mexicans, don't come on here coming for me. I'm not faulting Vergil Ortiz. He did nothing wrong. So don't come on here talking shit and disrespecting me and disrespecting black people, because you will get the business. Not the town business, you will get the business. So don't try me. I'm going to say this once again for the slow people. No fault of Vergil Ortiz. He did what he was supposed to do. He got started right away, but he was just robbed of a you know what I'm saying? He was robbed of a more credible first round knockout. I mean, he got the stoppage, but at the end of the day, Tony Weeks, good grief. You know, I mean, good grief. I mean, I gotta say this about Tony Weeks, and I'm gonna do a separate video about Tony Weeks. Tony Weeks is one of the most, I don't know, man. I've never cared for Tony Weeks as a referee. A lot of people talk about the recently retired Kenny Bayless and Russell Moore, but there were just times where Tony Weeks, it was just like, good grief, dude, you making the fight more about you than the actual fighters. I mean, come on, man. I didn't even get to see the co-main event. I didn't even get to see it. So, um, I was trying to go to that fight, but unfortunately I didn't know how to, apply for, credentials. And Golden Boy got this unorthodox method of how you apply for credentials. It's all like some Secret Service CIA way how you apply for credentials for Golden Boy events. But nevertheless, that's another video for another day. But just gotta keep it a buck with Tony Weeks, man. This dude, I don't know what to make of this dude. I've just seen this way too many times with him. You could even make an argument going as far back as, some of the Canelo fights. You know, um, you just like, wow. You're just like, wow, man, come on, dude. That was just way too quick. I mean, you didn't even give dude a chance to, like, you know what I mean? You didn't even give a dude a chance. Sometimes these dudes are covering up, hoping that the fighter overexhausts himself, like throwing punches, aka punch himself out or tire out, so then he could come with the counters. I mean, Tony Weeks didn't even give Lawson a chance. So I mean, I'm just saying, man, it's just like, I mean, come on, man. Like, you've just seen this just way too many times with Tony Weeks, man. I mean, come on, Tony. Like, you just make it look so obvious, man. You just make people real suspicious of you the way you just do this. You just way too many times got involved way too early in the fight and pulled the trigger and called a halt to the fight. I mean, damn. And Vergil Ortiz was getting a little irritated because he thought they was booing him. They wasn't booing Vergil Ortiz. So I'm gonna say this again. This is no fault of Vergil Ortiz. Not talking about Vergil Ortiz. We're talking about Tony Weeks. If Tony Weeks had been a referee when he was fighting Foreman, he would have lost. Hey, Tony Weeks would have. Hey, if Tony Weeks was refereeing Muhammad Ali versus and he better be glad that Larry Holmes better be glad that Tony Weeks wasn't the referee. When Larry Holmes fought Ernie Shavers that second time, or Ernie Shavers floored Larry Holmes, if Larry Holmes would have had his first loss. That's just how bad Tony Weeks. That's how bad Tony Weeks is as a referee. I don't know why this dude keeps getting assignments. Kenny Bayless wasn't as bad as people made him out to be. A lot of people accuse him of showing a lot of favoritism towards Floyd. Maybe he did, maybe he didn't. But when Manny Pacquiao got slept by Marquez, it wasn't no reason to care. Well, at least if Tony Weeks would have been the referee for the first Wilder Fury fight, Wilder would have still had his undefeated record, wouldn't have had a draw. So, I mean, you really didn't get to have a fair assessment of Ortiz, but at the end of the day, Lawson was the perfect guy to put in there with Ortiz basically coming out after a year layoff. So that was just like the perfect guy. Well, I didn't get to see it. So I didn't get to see it. So I don't know. I didn't get to see it. I already did spoke on Golden Boy and being in cahoots with Al Heyman. They all working together because basically what they're gonna try to do is they're gonna put Ryan in the ring with Rolly. In all likelihood, Ryan will stop Rolly or he'll beat the hell out of him. And then Tank, he'll take care of business versus he'll take care of business versus Cruz. And then basically probably sometime within the year you get Ryan Garcia versus Tank 2 at 140 because Ryan will have a belt. But keep in mind, Tank is the one that said belts don't matter, but he didn't want to fight for Devin's belt. Ryan Garcia could have fought for a belt versus Devin Haney. All this stuff about, go fight Rashidi Ellis and sell 30,000 pay-per-views. Like I said, none of these dudes know what Devin did. At the end of the day, Ryan ducked Devin, and that's just the bottom line. He pulled out of a fight after he asked for the damn fight. Now, if he would have said he's not interested in fighting Devin Haney at this time, okay, so be it. And say, hey, I'll get back to Devin Haney. But basically, you was negotiating the fight. The fight was almost finalized, and you basically pulled out of the fight. Weak. Weak move. Now, I already know people going to come on here trying to justify the weak move that Ryan Garcia did. And the Al Heyman and Floyd apologists go make excuses for them. I'm going to just tell you, Floyd damn near act like a black Klansman. Floyd, I've never seen a dude that it just goes beyond the call of duty to undermine his own people. That's just real talk. I'm sorry. Floyd is damn near the Clayton Bigsby of boxing. That man goes out of his way to undermine and keep black fighters from getting shine. But at the end of the day, you saw that when Floyd basically his last 10 fights, he pretty much only fought maybe 2 black fighters. So, we'll see. We'll see, man. But I'll be back with more later on. Just wanted to give you guys a quick briefing.